Okay,
Yep.
I think we beat
That's
that one
totally
up.
it.
Boom, boom. We're beating the dead horse. All right. Well, let's wrap this one up with maybe some advice. I think you've given some good advice. I have no idea how my advice is reading right now, but
No, it's
if
when
you
you go
want to,
back in. I always go back, and when I listen to myself, I'm like going, "Ooh, what did he say? Oh, ah." I'm like, can we delete that part?
yeah, yeah. Producer Daniel always makes me go back and listen to the episode, and it's always like I find myself either going, "Oh, why did I say it that way?" or "Hey, make sure I really hope I say this," and then I say it. And I'm like, "Hey, high five to myself!" Like I'm glad I said that. Like that was what I was thinking. I'm like, "Oh yeah, duh," because that's me on the on the podcast. That's how my brains works, right? So, all right. Well, let's wrap this up with maybe some advice about you know uh, divers that want to build relationships through diving. What advice do you have? And I think in this, what makes a good relationship? Is there a time to say sayonara? Right? Is there a time to say like, maybe this isn't a good fit for me? Right? What advice do you have in terms of building those relationships through scuba and maintaining them over time?
I'd say in general, don't take things overly personal because you don't know really what the other person's mindset is or what their goals are. So they may become your best friends, and other people may just go, we just don't click. So if someone, but you thought maybe you did, but they're like, no, we're done. Don't take it personal because everyone's on a different place, right? Because they're coming from, yes, I work in the scuba diving industry, but this person may work in, pharmaceuticals. This person, may work, as a mechanic, or, you don't know where they're coming from in their life, and where they're at. So don't take it personal sometimes if people either don't want to be part of that or just be happy that you have a bunch of friends that you're building those relationships with. I mean, I see it all the time. People start off as a big group, and then those big groups turn into little satellites. They become their own little hub. It's not like I don't know them. It's not like I didn't dive with them at one point in time, but they're doing their own thing now. So that's cool. We still like people bump into each other all the time and they go, "Hey, how's it going? How was the dive?" You joke around, on the surface, but you're maybe not diving with them.
Mm. Yeah, that's good advice. I think it's hard. It can be a hard pill to swallow, right? Because like you said, humans are humans, and if you view that as the cool kids club that you're not invited to, right, then it becomes this personal thing. But I think also maintaining the fact that like I'm comfortable in my own skin and with my dive buddies and who I click with, and we're happy doing what we're doing, right? And so and then there's cross pollination that can occur there. So totally agree. I think that's great advice for somebody. Like, don't take things too personally, and maybe dot 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 and too seriously, unless it has to be a serious dive. If it's a serious dive, take it seriously, right? But if it's
Right.
if it's
Well, I'm talking
not,
about friendships with the diving.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is like most of the time, you're having you don't have to take yourself so seriously. You can be relaxing the things. The other advice I might add to this is I kind of call it the scuba boomerang effect. At least I've learned this is that, if you want to build meaningful relationships, think long term. And that maybe goes back to your point of don't take things personally, is that everything in scuba, how you behave on the boat, what you do, all that stuff will come back to you at some point. Like it boomerangs back to you at some point, whether it's the same people or, because scuba is a small, I don't want to call it like a small community because there are lots of people that dive, but the people that are really consistent with it, it's a small community. And so it comes back to you, and that's where some of that I've experienced, at least, or observed, I should say it better. I've observed some of the drama coming out, right, is in those boomerang